Hello everyone, in this video I'll be walking you through a domain-driven design refactor of a real estate listing application. As you can see here, I'm choosing a real estate application from a public GitHub repository. Right now the app follows a typical technical layered architecture with most of the business logic being scattered variously across the application. But in a domain like real estate where you have very rich business rules, this structure can start to get messy fast, and as the complexity grows it becomes harder and harder to reason about code, harder to test, and more error prone to change, especially when you choose to implement more business related items. That's where domain-driven design comes in. By refactoring applications into BDD, it can help us structure the application around core business concepts. And instead of treating models like just pure data containers, we can model things as full-fledged domain entities with their own rules, transitions, and behaviors. So in this refactor, I'll be attempting to convert this application to be more centered around the business rules of real estate so that going on in the future, we can have better transitions into the code. As you can see here, current aspects of the code are split up into more technical related aspects. Here you can see folders for just pure pages and folders for just pure components. Ultimately, this isn't the type of organization we want, and we'd prefer to organize them more based on business logic. So let's get into it. As you can see here, the first thing I'm focusing on when it comes to this refactoring is asking KAVIA to give me a static analysis on the code base. What this allows to happen is not only for me to better understand the application, but for KAVIA to better understand the application so that it can accomplish this refactoring as efficiently and as less error prone as possible. As you can see here, I'm now introducing the idea of a domain-driven design refactoring to KAVIA, and I'm asking it to give me a detailed plan and step-by-step roadmap into how it would be accomplished. What this allows to happen is by creating this roadmap, it makes sure that KAVIA knows the exact steps that it wants to take. So doing this will help you prevent hallucinations when it comes to code generation or code maintenance. This is just a good practice globally to do, and it'll ensure that both KAVIA doesn't make many mistakes and you also understand what KAVIA is making changes to. Additionally, since this is a refactoring of an entire application, I want to ask KAVIA to generate a risk assessment for how the transition into domain-driven design would be, just so I get a better understanding of what possible risks or drawbacks of this refactoring could include, and to make sure that overall it's a safe and controlled refactoring. As you can see here, after I was fully confident with all of the risks involved, as well as the planning that KAVIA did, I ultimately went and just asked it to perform the roadmap that it planned out for me, and it did a great job into splitting up the existing code into more business-centered domains, such as domains for the searching of different properties, as well as the listing of specific properties. In addition to this, KAVIA also created an onboarding document since we are refactoring an entire code base. This document can help transition new people into the existing code to help them navigate through the folder structure. Overall, I'd say that KAVIA did a great job in converting this application into domain-driven design. It did a great job in creating a roadmap as well as assessing the risks involved when it came to refactoring this application into more business-centered domains. Overall, it executed them well, and the final look of the application was great.